Hi Stampers, it's Gaynor again. This time, if you stay to the end, I'll show you some bonus cards and might even give them away. I'll send them to 4 random people. How's that? Because I've made 3. I'm going to make another one with you. Using the focus, instead of, we all go for designer series paper normally. So why not use your embossing folders? The only thing is, I've forgotten an ink. So let me just grab an ink and I'll be back. What am I like? Oh, I'm thinking. Let's have a bit of petal pink. I'm not normally a petal pink girl, but I want to see the embossing folder without being over dazzled by colour. So I'll show you one I've done. Obviously this is using the ornate set, which is absolutely gorgeous, and I've literally splashed it with my Wink Stella all over. So I just splattered it on there. But making the embossing folder the focal point, I used Coastal Cabana. I used it inside my embossing folder, and then afterwards I went round with my blend. Not the best of cards, but you don't know. So I'm going to be using the Free as a Bird, so I'm going to stamp this and I'm going to fussy cut it out to put it on the card as well. May do the bird, the leaves, and a couple of the flowers too. And I'm thinking I've got several embossing folders, so I've got the mosaics, and as you can see with this card, I've used the ornate florals. I've also played around with the stone one. I'll show you that card afterwards. And this one, the Parisian flourish. Instead, because we, like I say, we always get a card, fold it up, we get another piece of card or a DSP. I've got the word thanks already done. It looks a bit wonky, so I might just go over the top of it. I've got a card, a Whisper White, and I've got an extra for my birds, and I'm just going to grab out a card base. I cut these and score these all before I put them in my drawer, so I've got loads of them. So there's no need for me to get any machines out or scoreboards. I've already done them and they're all bang on perfect. And I always have a drawer full of my Whisper White, which is cut a fraction smaller at 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. My card is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. So I was thinking of using the mosaics, but I have got so many embossing folders, it's unreal. I've got trays upon trays. I've got 3 of these full. I will never get rid of them. And I've also got them stacked next to each other as well, because there's just so many. We could play with the scripty. I do love this pestle and mortar one. I think I might use that one actually instead of the mosaic, even though, you know, there's just some stunners. You've got all sorts. I've got loads of these. Softly falling petals, even though it's love arts, climbing vines. I don't know what that one was called. I think it was, I can't remember. Oh well. The flutter one with the butterflies. I've just kept them all, and like I say, I've got 3 of these rammed full. Yeah, there's more here. Look, I keep everything. Especially the embossing folders, you never know when you're going to need them, and you can pull them out to be the star of the show. The cable knit, sequins, seaside, stripes, quilted top. Look, I've got so many of them. I just love them. So let's work out now. Now I want the back of it. I don't want the bricks to be coloured. I just want the the background. So that's definitely the brick side. So I'm going to open up my ink pad. I mean, we've all done this technique before. And I'm just going to, in fact, I'm just going to dab. I'm just looking now. It doesn't matter how this one works out, it's just going to work out. Let's just get to the, let me grab, have I got scrap? Ooh, no, so fresh sheet it is. Leave those out the way now so I don't get any ink on them. And I'll make sure I've inked all of it. Perfect. Should be anyway. Always make them click, otherwise and then what I do is I line it up as straight as I can on this side, then fetch the folder over. So give me a second. And with it only being ink, they wash up a treat, so I may have some bricks covered, I don't know, but let's open it and find out. Oh, I love it. Yeah, no, I like that. That's just perfect. And then you can just take a damp cloth. I normally take mine into the bathroom, just give them a quick wash. With it being a pale colour, I want to try and get it off now. Oh, cramp in my fingers. My cloths are stinking. Oh, they'll have to go to be bleached. Definitely. Oh, I've got another one here. Let's see if that's any cleaner. Oops, there goes my little bin. Perfect. I mean, you can leave it, it'll dry off, but then you'd definitely have to wash it off then. Got some tissue. Make sure it's all off. Perfect, I can go in the bin. I can go back in my collection later. I just think that is absolutely gorgeous. And what I'm going to do now, I haven't done this for a long time. It's my spritzer. Just going to shake the powder off the bottom. There we go. And look at that beautiful switch. This has lasted me ages, and I mean ages. So let me open this paper out. They reckon you can spritz these before you run them through the embossing folder, which I believe you can, but I'm just going to give that a quick 2 seconds to dry. I might even grab some ribbon as well. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. And then they dry in seconds, and then that can get added onto our card. Perfect. Beautiful. I love the shimmer on there. So line this up, making sure you've got equal distance. I like to open this out now once I've got it in place and just give it a quick rub from inside. And then that can be set aside just while we do some more stamping. Turn it over and get all this mucky stuff. Let's pop our glue away for a minute. I have not prepared, have I? Look. Get my black. I think this one should be okay. Perfect. Look what I just found inside my box as well. Little strip of paper. Oh, it's not quite wide enough. Look at that. It's a little bit short. Mind you, we could pen at the end on that, couldn't we? And attach that. And look, I grabbed the petal pink. Without even realising. So let's pop them to one side. Let's get that beautiful flower on as well. And I'll have a leaf. And let's see what the sentiment will be. We're the best of friends, thank you for being you. Hello, the world needs some more of you. I just used that in my last video. But let's have the thank you. Nice little cute stamp as well. Perfect. So, grab my black Memento ink. Cute set. I can't. I'm not sure if this. No, it's not retiring, is it? No, it's not. I have got a red spot on it because they're retiring the bundle, not the stamp set. So I'm just gonna. I'm sticking down to the bottom with this one because we are gonna fussy cut the top out. How sweet! So that gives me a bit more up there to get a leaf and another flower out of that. Maybe we can manage two. There we go, how fabulous. Waste not, want not. So, if y'all know me, I'm a clean freak when it comes to my stamps. And while this is out, I'll pull a little strip in and I'll do my thank you as well. Perfect. Get that cloth put away. Let's bring up my blends. That's it, I can reach them all now. So let's go for soft suede light for the branches and the twigs. Now this is my favourite part. I'll add a bit of shade in a minute. I might keep with the theme as well of the petal pink and use that on the flowers. know what that is sticking up there, but I think it's a bit of branch. Perfect. I love the colour. So I'm just going to go in, and where this is, there will be shading just under the birds. Because the sunlight won't get down under the branch. Just so cute. Get that little dot in. I love to colour. My light. There we go. That's a little bit better. Right, I do have the petal pink, but I've only got the light, I think it is. Or is it the dark? The dark. That's okay. You can always go back over after it's dried, just to do the shading bits. And then I'm just dotting to give me shade, or just giving it a quick rub where I need the shade. You can even turn your pen over, believe it or not, because sometimes I think the back of the pen works better. Whoops. Don't worry about any excess, because we're going to cut these out. On the tips of our lovely little flowers there. Perfect. Not so much with these for the blending because they're so tiny. So what I'm going to do is keep the straight line and then just fussy cut around the tops. I'm trying to picture how I'm going to have these birds. Right, wherever there's a dark line, I'm going to add the pink. And their beaks. Perfect. A little bit of on wing. And then I'm going to use the light grey granite just to go where the pink isn't. I may come back and give it a bit more colour. To the little chest. Oh, missed his beak. Could be a her, how do we know? sweet. So I'm gonna definitely come back in and add a bit more of this. Wonderful colour. Oh, Mr. Boyce, he's a darling. I just heard him put the kettle on. Beautiful. Now we've let this dry, we can just go over this again and build that colour up. And now for our green. Oh, which one will we use on this? I'm going to use the light Granny Apple Green. And I will get the dark for those large leaves, but I think it's a more subtle colour. Oh, I'd love a coffee, Mr. Boyce, please. I heard you fill the kettle. Ooh. Thank you, sweetness. He's an angel. He's an absolute angel. Absolutely good. That's going to look beautiful against that brick wall. And now for the dark. And I'm only going in between these lines. I think they do a great job of adding shade lines for you. Because most people wouldn't know where to do it. There we go, that is so sweet. I'm loving the little grey chest, but I haven't finished there yet. My pink can go away. I'm going to take my white blender and just going to move, and it will lift off the colour. And lighten the area. It just seems to push. It's very subtle. Don't know if you can see it, but it really is very subtle. What makes a great impact on your card. They are just the most adorable things ever. So I'm going to, like I say, keep the line. I'm just going to obviously remove those whilst I cut. I'm going to leave a little bit of white. Now if you see the tongue coming out, it's because I'm in deep thought. It's just again a thing. I'm not going to go all the way down there. Just letting my scissors do the cutting while I do the turning. again. Oh, he's a darling. I mean, some people don't even like fussy cutting, but you get so used to it. Mr. Boyce, you are an angel in disguise. You know that, don't you? Mm-hmm. And you're mine. Thank you, sweetness.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna perhaps leave that at that. I'm gonna try and go in there. Don't want it to be too thin. Ooh, I've gone flicking it everywhere. So I'm gonna go this way. You're not supposed, well, you shouldn't really if you want to get a perfect fussy cut. That is so cute. So I'm gonna go in there and level off, and as if I've started there, well, like I have there. So that's my cut off point. So when we hopefully get round to that bit, I will have to try and bend a card and come back on my stuff. Don't want to chop his little tail off either. There we go, perfect. Oh, see, I don't think I've cut that in a straight enough line. There we go. Oh, I've got to do it now. That's got it. That's made it nice. So these easy peasy. I know they fetched out those stitched like a rectangle but triangle tips. I think they should have just fetched out dies for this, so we can just die cut the birds and flowers and leaves out instead of fussy cutting. Don't get me wrong, I love the dies that came with it, but I would sooner cut an imagery out than have a different shape. The shape could have gone with any stamp set. If you can see me go opening and closing, my mouth goes up. Do you know when you shave somebody? I used to be a carer, so I used to shave a man and he'd say, going, do this. And that's what I'm doing now with my fussy cutting. The shapes of me shaving somebody, like I'm shaving off the paper. Any carer out there will know what I'm on about. I should sit and watch Mr. Boyce shave as well, and I would do the same faces he was putting whilst he was shaving. I just think it's habit, innit? I don't know. Is it habit or is it me just being weird? Probably me just being weird. Not quite out. Look how thin that gets there. Oof. There we go. So we've got our little shapes. We've got the top end of our, and I can scoot that in the bin. don't mind the fussy cutting actually. So we've got our little piece. I may just even glue that along the bottom just to give it a little bit more contrast. This is where I'm all fingers and thumbs. Perfect. Make sure I've got that right up the top, that's it. That's got it. That's sweet. And I'm going to pop this on dimensionals. I can hear someone going, too many. Just gonna see if I can get away with that one without seeing it. I can't see it. I'm gonna pop that up there. Ooh. What am I doing? Put my dimensionals away and I need more. Little ones. All fingers and thumbs. Did that even come off the backing? Now it has. Small piece there. Oof. Now we're pushing it. In my hand. Pull little strips off. There's one there. One there. And one on there. Yay! Now I've got to try and take all the backs off. Oh my goodness. Oh, I pulled the dimension off. What the? Wow, how tiny is that piece? Goodness, it doesn't want to come off. Arrgh. Having a right old job here. There we go, I got it. I think what I need to do is clean the nib. That's better. Right, let's decide. Where am I having this? Let's go in the middle. And look, see what I've done now? Stuck me leaf over the bird's head. There we go. So I'm actually going to attach the leaf and these two gorgeous flowers, overlapping each other. I'm going to work out what I'm going to do with my sentiment now. Let's see if my plastic punch will punch this out. It will, but if I've got enough space. No, that's not wide enough, is it? No, definitely not. No. Oh, I can't think. Let's just pen at the end and do it that way. Maybe we'll thin that down a bit. Oh, I forgot my cough. Oh, Mr. Boyce. He's a darling. So I just want to make that a fraction smaller. That's got it. And I'm just going to come back in with my ink again. Oh no, wait there. Let's use the blend, because I won't be able to get in there otherwise. And just go around the outside. Oh, look at that. Silly sausage. Just colour it in then. Make a mistake, colour it in. Why not? See what if that's going to stand out or not. Yeah, I think that looks cute. More dimensionals. And I'm going to pop that right along there. Grab some beautiful gems. Let's see what we've got up here on hand. Oh, let's go with the gold. I've used these. Oh, two are there. So I'm going to use one each in the flower. And I'm going to go for one at the end of my sentiment. And then I'm just going to scatter a few more. One. Two. No, that's it. 5 I'm having. And then, you know me, I gotta have my shimmer pen. on these gorgeous flowers. It's really nice and juiced up. And then you do a bit more splattering. Even though we shimmered up our so, as promised, I will show you now the others. So this is the first one I showed you. Absolutely gorgeous. Just you don't have to use DSP constantly. And this one is that one done with the swirls, and I just took and chopped it in half, took the center out and just moved it down and just added a ribbon. And the focal point for me is that gorgeous designer series paper, the embossing folder they used in the background, and the stone one. We can even make one for a gentleman. How's that? That's using that little trucks thing. Oh, I can't think what it's called. And I've put it back. But there we go. And leave me some comments down the bottom, and I'm going to randomly pick 4 people to oh, look at this, it's upside down, to receive each one of these cards, and I will put it in an envelope and a cello bag, and I mail it to you, so you can either keep it for yourself or you can send it out to somebody else. So I hope you've enjoyed. I like to use other things besides designer series paper. So what do you reckon? Do you like them? Do you think they're pretty? I'd love a thumbs up and a share. That'd be amazing. Also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to press subscribe and the little bell. That's if you enjoyed what you watched. And the bell reason is because I post every single day, so you'll get notified tomorrow. So come and see what I make tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.